Welcome back. I want to share with you more of the culture and the traditions of the Egyptians. Some men and women that come especially from South Egypt or they are farmers, they like to wear something called galabeya. Galabeya is very beautiful, there's so many arts that come with it. I personally have a couple and I'm planning to go get a custom one made. I definitely recommend you stopping at a store, pick one up. It's a great tradition. Most people that live in the cities, they dress normal with a shirt and jeans or and sneakers. But people from the south and farmers, they put on this galabeya. In Egypt, family is one of the most important links. Whether your parents, cousins, they take pride of where they come from, who their parents are, what their parents did and accomplished. So family is an important part among the Egyptians. I always tell my kids, and they make fun of me, three things are most important: God, education, and family. And because if you have any two without the other, life is not going to be complete. God, family, and education. They respect parents regardless how old you are. Your mom will always be your mom. Your dad will always be your dad. So they have high respect to the elders and to the parents. When you go to Egypt, South Egypt is called Upper Egypt, okay? And up north of Egypt is called the Lower Egypt. That's because the Nile flows from south to north, and that's probably the only river that flows south to north. So South Egypt is called the Upper Egypt. You're going to hear this a lot. Upper Egypt, that means we're going to South Egypt. If you want to make connection, if you want to make friendship, do it around food. As a matter of fact, they call it salt and bread covenant. That's the common word. They say, let's eat bread and salt together, which means let's make a covenant. This is how they build friendship. The strongest friendship is built around food. No wonder Jesus ate a lot with a lot of people. When you go to some homes, they will try to offer you some food or drink. That's how they want to honor their guests. And it will be polite if you eat or drink from what they give you, unless, of course, you have a medical situation that will not allow you to eat that. And of course, if they offer you water in a cup, I will not recommend to drink that. Even though it is safe, but definitely not recommended if you're coming from a different country where the water purity is different. The number one sports in Egypt is soccer. As a matter of fact, they just call it ball. Let's go play ball. Soccer. They have teams. They love soccer. They love the World Cup. If you love soccer, you're going to enjoy Egypt. If you enter a Muslim mosque, they have some beautiful buildings. They are magnificent on the inside. If you enter one, make sure to take off your shoes. You're probably going to see a lot of shoes outside, but you can carry it and put it in a bag. It's best to put it in a bag. Don't leave your shoes outside. You might walk barefoot for the rest of the day if you do that. So put it in a plastic bag or in a purse when you go into the mosque, but do not wear them inside the mosque. If you walk into a Christian church, you don't need to take off your shoes. If you walk into a Coptic church at the sanctuary, you don't need to take off your shoes. But if you need to step into the altar, then you'll need to take off your shoes. They consider that holy ground. That's only in Coptic churches. When you go to the bathroom, you may have to pay or tip if there's somebody standing at the door. £5, Egyptian pounds, will be enough. You want to be generous and give them 10, but that's all is necessary. Egyptians, they care more about relationship more than time. They want to spend time with you, ask you about your family, how they're doing, how your kids, regardless what the time is. So be mindful that them connecting with you is more important than the time. So they will be definitely asking you a lot of questions about you and your family. So it's okay if you let them know that you're busy or you need to go. They respect the elder very much. So if you see an older man, it's good to say the word am first. Am means uncle or like an older man. So you can say am, and then the first name. So for example, one of the drivers that we're going to see, his name is Saleh. Saleh means good. then you would call him Am Saleh. Am Saleh is just a way to respect. The word Am means an uncle, not my uncle, but in uncle. And this is another word I'm saying you are old enough to be my uncle, or you're old enough to be my dad. It is a proper way to respect an older. If it's a woman, you say sit, S-I-T. Sit means lady, and then you say sit Kim or sit, and the person's first name. They go by first names. You don't have to use last names. But of course, you can use doctor or madame. If you see like a professional woman, they use with her the word madame more. So if it's a lady, wearing a scarf, just ordinary Egyptian, you can use sit and then the name. If it's a more professional looking woman, they use the word madame. But either one will work. Again, they're not one better than the other. It's just the culture. This is what they use with men and women. To say Mr. is Ustaz. Ustaz literally means teacher, but it also used as Mr. Ustaz, or you can use Mr. also. So if you see Steve and you want to respect him, you say Ustaz Steve or Mr. Steve. That's how they will be asking you. If it's a pastor, they use the word Assis. Assis. Assis means pastor. That's it for this lesson. I hope it's helpful. Thank you.